other place to be. Goodbye, third quarter. Hello, NCTV.
Hello, my name is Katelyn Cooper.
And I'm Kevin Tomphson.
And welcome to NCTV.
It's great to be back after 4 months.
It's nice to have you back, Kevin. Now, in our first story today, we go down to Grover's Corners, New Hampshire. Actually, we're just going down the hall to Mr. Schneider's room to learn about Our Town. Our Town is a play by Thornton Wilder that's being produced by Neshona County High School as our spring play this year. It's going to be performed in Mr. Schneider's room in 170 of the map, and we have Mr. Schneider here to tell you a little bit about Our Town.
Our Town is a play by Thornton Wilder. It's a prize-winning play that takes place in the town of Grover's Corners, New Hampshire in the turn of the 20th century. It's a play about life, so it starts with characters when they're children, and then it moves to them falling in love and getting married, and then it moves to death. And it looks at how life is made up of little moments that don't seem important, but when you put the characters speaking their innermost thoughts to the audience. I like those moments for connection between actors and audience. I believe we have 23 students on stage, and then we have a handful of students backstage running lights and sound effects. Because we don't have to work around an auditorium schedule, we're doing it a little differently this year. We'll be running on Thursday night and Friday night at 7 p.m. and then we'll be running the following Monday night at 7 p.m. as well. Tickets are 5 nights as 2 students, but we didn't have as much of the income. So it's been a little bit of an interesting year, but once we have the new space back, we'll have people beating down the door to get into it, I think. We'll be taking 15 students to the International Thespian Festival in June. It's at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln campus. We go there for a week to have workshops with Broadway professionals, acting professionals, teaching artists, as well as competition.
Performances are tonight and Monday at 7 p.m. Please come out and support our NC Drama Department. Next up, we have Bridger Jones reporting on the art symposium that happened a couple weeks ago.
We're here at the art symposium where there's hundreds of artists, and they're making so many pieces of artwork, man. And really, Dave, you can see just how much work they put into these art pieces. And it is a really incredible sight that you see all of these high schoolers doing their work. It's a good sight.
An incredible example of creativity by our students across Wyoming. I mean, it is really amazing. You see some things from traditional to abstract to very thought-provoking kinds of artwork.
There's a lot of art, same thing as always, except what I see is every year there's something different, there's always something new. Nothing really degrades, it always gets better. And I can say from my point of view as an artist, I have actually gotten better this year for sure. I can't say that about everyone's, but I can honestly say that there is a lot of impressive artwork in every media. Something here for everyone, for the Wyoming Nights, to someone who's a little bit more urban. But overall, there's something here for everyone to enjoy.
The show 49 years ago as a student at Dean Morgan Junior High School, and I used to teach art. Now I'm a superintendent in Cheyenne, but I've watched this thing grow, and I've watched this thing get more and more creative every year. you know, probably every little section of it, I'll see something and I'm going, wow, that's incredible, that's amazing work.
Alrighty, well here's today's trivia question. Who wrote the play Our Town? Leave the answer to the question in the live chat and you can win these DVDs and this hand sanitizer and this cool whatever this is. In our next story, some students will give us their opinions about a very interesting piece of hair, Donald Trump's hair. Actually, we'll be talking about something just as horrific, his policies. Recently, Donald Trump talked in one of his speeches about the fact that if he were to get elected president, he would want to overturn recent laws set by the Supreme Court saying that all states must allow same-sex marriage. So, we wanted to talk to some students and see what they thought about this.
I don't know much about politics or Donald Trump or anything like that, but I do know I have a really strong belief that people, when they love each other, they should be able to get married, and it doesn't matter if you're black, you're white, you're gay, or you're straight. It shouldn't matter.
Yeah, the whole same-sex marriage thing, that's ridiculous. I mean, we just finally got that going, and then he just wants to go and throw that away.
My opinion on Donald Trump is there's probably many other better candidates for presidency, and I just have to live with what this country goes with. So I don't like him, but if in doubt, the country can overrule him and get him out of office if we need to, which I hope can happen and will happen.
He's actually, obviously he's a pretty good presidential candidate because he's a multi-billionaire and he's owned plenty of casinos, and if people don't understand the fact that he's ran a bunch of casinos and only 4 have been actually bankrupt, but that wasn't his problem.
I don't care if you're gay, if you're straight. I respect the person. Their ideology, I might not care for much, but as long as they're kind to me, I'll be kind to them. So in overruling the court's decision, I really don't care.
On the same-sex marriage judge law, I think it's I don't know. I really don't think he should do that because there's already a bill that passed that stated that same-sex marriage is okay within the United States.
Okay, speaking of fossils, Jake Pierce takes us to college. What about the history of the Tate Museum?
The Tate Earth and Science Museum is a large attraction in Casper, Wyoming. Let's check it out.
The Tate Museum originated when a couple from Oklahoma, Marion and Inez Tate, came out to Wyoming to work the oil patch, and they were soon horrified to discover that right here in the middle of one of the most geologically productive and geologically interesting places on the planet, there was no geology museum. So they put up the money to have the museum building constructed back in 1980. Well, I'd say the most eye-catching of all of our exhibits is the one right behind us, D, the Columbian Mammoth, which was found in 2006, completely by accident. They weren't looking for bones, they were drilling for oil. And they struck mammoth, as it turned out. And when we got him all dug out and put together, he turned out to be the biggest Columbian mammoth mounted for display anywhere in the country. So we were pretty happy about that. It took 4 years, and we didn't quite find all of the pieces. The lower part of the left hind leg is made out of plastic because from the knee down, we just didn't find those bones. They could be still out there, or a giant short-faced bear could have picked them up and carried them off to his cave. We don't know. Okay, our newest exhibit is Ben's Big Turtle, which we shortened to Big Ben, so that's what we call him. And that is the second largest turtle ever found in Wyoming, and it's the best preserved giant turtle ever found.
But do you know what's even cooler than giant turtles? Next week's episode is going to be the senior episode of NCTV, so it's going to be the last episode for seniors, so make sure to check out at 3 p.m. next week.
Okay.
Today's trivia question answer was Thornton Wilder is the person that wrote Our Town. So we have Cameron Spangler that won and gets these prizes, and Gabe William will get these, and we'll bring them down to your classroom if you just want to stay there after the broadcast is over. Kevin?
Okay, that's it for our Friday the 13th episode. Watch out for black cats and ladders, guys.
Shout out to Justin Howard, who's watching in Chicago, and also to Mrs. Lundahl. Her last day with us is today, and we're all going to miss you a lot. Thank you for watching NCTV.
Straight for the Mustangs.
Or Phillies.
Matt.
Because there is no other place to be. Goodbye, third quarter. Hello, NCTV. The bell rings and the students fill the hall. It's time for spring break. We all hear the call. Because there is no other place to be. Goodbye, third quarter. Hello, NCTV.